Okay, so in this video, we are going to look at how to take trades on the MetaTrader platform, whether
Yeah,
it's the MT4 or the MT5. So
yeah,
already I have possible trade idea. I have a possible trade idea Jifu from the Jifu Smart Monix scanner. I don't know whether that's, yeah. Okay, yeah, from the Jifu Smart Monix scanner showing on my screen right now. So we are going to be taking this trade idea. Yes, so we are going to be taking this trade idea from the Jifu scanner. All right, so that is the trade idea. Example AUD CAD, that's the Australian dollar against the Canadian
mm,
dollar. Now, when you
mm,
see a trade idea like this in Jifu, you see the red bar. The red bar means invalidation. Invalidation is stop loss, meaning the trade is no longer, once the price hits that point, the trade is no longer valid. And then you see here POI. POI means point of interest, is also known as entry. Is also known as entry. And on Smart Monix, the price is there. It is that price that you're going to take to your MT4 or MT5. And the instruction is there beside the price so that you don't have to start guessing, okay, what do I do? The instruction is a sell limit. So when you go to your MT4, MT5, you're going to take a sell limit. And then you have the one-to-one RR. RR means risk to reward. Risk to reward, so or in other words, you can call it maybe TP1. TP1, the 1-to-1, 2RR, TP2, 1-to-3 RR, TP3, 1-to-4 RR, TP4, and like that. So now, when they say 1-to-1 RR, it simply means that if you go to where you see invalidation in red, the number
mm,
of pips you stand to lose in this trade is shown there. It means that if you enter this trade at the POI in white bar and the market goes against you in the opposite direction, is buying and not selling, you're going to lose in pips, 10 pips. So, but then if it goes in the direction that you want, the first exit point there, which is 1-to-1 RR, simply means that for the number of pips on the stop loss or invalidation, that is what you're going to get at the exit, which is 10 pips. So you can now say, okay, it simply means if this were in dollars, right? If maybe let's assume that the 10 pips is $10. So it simply means that for this $10 you stand to lose, when the market gets to 1-to-1 RR, you stand to make $10. So you can now decide, okay, do I want to do 1-to-1 RR or 1-to-2 RR? So you can now say maybe you have your own style that for every trade you entered into, you
mm.
exit at 1-to-2 RR. So you set your exit points, the price you're going to take to your MT5 or MT4 is going to be the 1-to-2 RR. So assuming we are going to take this trade now on our MT4, so we are going to use of course, the invalidation as SL, the POI as entry, and then for our exit, which is TP, we are going to choose 1-to-2 RR. So let's go now to the MT4 to take this trade. So we go to MT4, we go to MT4, and this is it. So on MT, this is my MT4. This is my MT4 that has my demo account. So the trade that we are taking is AUDCAD. That so I come to when you come to MT MT4 or MT5, depending on which one you use. Now there are different parts to it. There are different parts to it. Can you see the menu at the bottom? Can you see this
Yes.
at the bottom? The up and down
Yes.
arrow. Now the up and down arrow is called quotes. It's called quotes. That is where you can add, you see the list of all the tradable commodities, under the
Okay.
quotes. Yes, so you see that, and then if you want to add, maybe something is not there, for instance, let me see, if you click plus, let me say I'm looking for AUD USD. Yeah, I've already added it. Let me say UDJPY, ADJPY, so I can click on it. Once it pops up, you click on it and it will be added. So when I go to my list of quotes, when I go to quotes, I see my list of tradable assets, ADJPY is there. The same way, if I want to remove, maybe there's some pairs here or assets here I don't want, I go to the minus, the pencil icon. Can you see the pencil icon at the top?
Yes.
Yes, so you click on the pencil icon. It will list out all the commodities you have already in quotes. You click on the dustbin icon, and then you can, if you click the two checked mark boxes, it will select all the assets on your quotes. The only ones that will
Mm.
not be selected are the ones that are actively in a trade or you have limits placed on them. But I'm not planning to delete all of them, so I'll deselect. So let me see which one I want to delete. Let me see which one I want to delete. Let's say I want to delete GPP Chef and the AED just added. Yeah, so if I want to delete it, I just delete, and by the time you go back, you won't see it again. So that
Mm.
is quotes. And then where you have the three candles, well, what looks like three candlesticks, when you click there, you actually have this thing, your charts. So in the charts, that's where you can see the activities, what is going on, in the market, per time. And when you look at in the charts, if you click in the middle of the charts, this round thing comes up, with the different time frames and all. So if I click on, currently the chart is on 1 minute. So every single candle you see on this chart is a 1 minute candle. And it gives you an idea of the volume of, trade that had happened in the market, in 1 minute. So if you click on maybe M5, all the candles here are 5 minutes candles. And then
Yeah.
H4, for instance, is 4 hours. All the candles here, whether green or red, they are 4-hour candles. Now, the red candles are bearish candles and shows when the market is selling. Do you understand that?
Yes.
And then the green candles are bullish candles for when the market is buying. Yeah. So that is that for candles. When you click that round bar again, if you click on daily, this gives you the daily at the higher time frames, gives you like a bird's eye view of the trend of the market. So you see every single candle is actually every single candle here represents a day of trading activity. Very important. So let me go back to the M5. So now the next, I'll still come back here. Then
Okay.
here, the middle button with the upward pointing arrow here, this is where you see your orders, where your
Okay.
trade is actually happening. You see it here. So now you can see your balance. You can actually see your positions, your active positions that are currently in the market. Then you can also see your pending orders. Any order that is not under positions is a pending order. So you can see that they are either buy limit or sell limit. Can you see that?
I can see that. I can see it.
Yes. So it simply means that the market has not gotten to that price. When market gets to that price, then it's going to be activated. The buy limits or sell limits will be activated and will become active positions. Now, the next place that looks like an envelope symbol, when you have your completed trades, this is where you see your completed trades, your profit, your balance, and the dollar sign there will show you all the symbols you traded. So if you had more than one symbol, maybe you want to see trades on US oil alone, you see it. If you want to
Mm.
see trades on, maybe you had other assets you traded, the profit you made on each, you can do that, but generally keep it on all symbols. Then the up and down arrow, you can place an like how do you want these things to be arranged? Is it in order of profit, in order of opening time, closing time, or in order of symbols? In order of symbols, we just place it in alphabetical order. Then the calendar, can show you your trading activities, for today. If you want trading activities for last week, it will show you there. If you want trading activities for last month, it will show you all of it. If so you can always do custom period. Maybe you want to see trading activities for let's say 1st of August to let's say 2nd of August and all. You can just do custom period and then you see it there and you see that the dates 1st of August, first, there were no trades on 2nd of August, probably I think that was a Saturday or so. So that is it. But default, you can leave it on today. So that is that. These other ones, just news and in-app chats, so I mean, these last two, I don't even bother with them. The important things are the first four icons. So now let us go to trade. There are different ways you can take a trade on
Mm.
MT4 or MT5. You can either
Okay.
take a trade from quotes. You can either come to quotes, let's say the AED CAD, you can either come to quotes and take a trade. So if you click on, on the asset you want to trade, you click on
Mm.
it and then it will bring up the the menu. So you click on new order and then you can take the trade. That is one way. Now you can come to the chart. When you come to the chart where you see the dollar symbol, you click on it, it will list all the assets that are available on the quote, and then you can select AED CAD, and then once you select AED CAD, can you see the plus symbol on the sheet at the top right hand corner?
Yes.
Yeah, so you click on it. Once you click on it, it takes you directly to where the interface where you can enter this trade. So that's another way. And then a third way is to come to, where you have the active trading, activities. Then you go to that plus symbol again, you click on it, and then it will bring up this. If you want to change it, you can always change it. Let's say you want to do XAU USD, you can change. You want to do USD JPY, you can change. So we want to do AED CAD, you go back to it. So those are three different ways, that you can access any asset you want to trade on quotes. But let's come to back to quotes. Yeah, so for here, let's do new order. Now, when
Okay.
you click on new order and the interface shows up, there are five different, you come to where you see market execution. Okay, before I get there, you see market execution, it comes with instructions, on
Mm.
different kinds of orders in the market. You have market execution and you have pending orders. The rest, buy limit, sell limit, stop loss, buy stop, sell stop, they are all pending orders. So let's leave that one. And then on this order, the second line under market execution, you actually have your lot size, where you put your lot size. This is very important. In fact, when you come to take a trade, the very first thing you should put in there first is your lot size. So you put your lot size. You can, if you want to put in, let's say 0.05, you can type it out. You can type it out 0.05. You can type it out. That's one way. The other way is that is on default of 0.01 or the last lot size that you took. So on 0.01, you can add, let's say I want to do 0.05. I click on the plus 0.01 and I can add, to the one I want. Then if I look at it and say, no, maybe I want to take 0.03, I can look at the minus 0.01 on the left, click it, reduce it until it gets to 0.03. And then let's say I want to take higher lot size, let's say 0.15, for instance. I can either type it out or simply just click 0.1 and then, do this. If I want to return to 0.01, I can just type it out. I can just type out 0.01 and take my trade. So always put the lot size first. Why I say that is so that when you're looking at it, you see that that is actually the desired lot size that you want to take.
Okay.
Yes. So now, when then underneath it, you have the space for stop loss and the space for take profit. The space for stop loss is highlighted in red. It has a red line underneath it, and the one for take profit has a green line underneath it. So if you want to put in the price, let's say we are taking this trade now, I want to put in the stop loss. I can just type in the stop loss. Let's say assuming I want to sell this market, I can just put the stop loss there. The stop loss will, for a sell, your stop loss will always be above your entry for a sell. Now, for a buy, Nigeria has happened. Now, for a buy, your stop loss will always be below your price, because your buying is like you're climbing something.
Okay.
You're buying up. So your stop loss is your protection below. That's why it's below the price. Is your protection below, so that if you fall, you don't fall beyond where that stop loss is. So it's a safeguard, for your trade entry. Now, when you're selling from a height. So you place the stop loss as a safeguard above your head. You don't want to, there's where you carry your head and maybe there's something, it will just hit your stop loss there so that you don't wound yourself. Maybe there's something higher that, if you take it up, maybe it's the ceiling, and if it hits the ceiling, it will be more painful. So that stop loss, safeguards you. Very important thing you need to note. Now, there are five, different orders in the market. There are 5 different orders in the market. You need to pay attention to this, and you can watch the video over and over again, just to be sure that you get it. 5 different orders in the market. Market execution simply means that we want you to take the trade where it is. When we say market execution, it's also called buy by market. If you look below on the 2 buttons, below, you can see sell by market in red, buy by market in blue. Red will always mean market is selling, blue or green, market is buying. So it's either you're selling, you're taking, because in Forex, we're either buying or selling. There's no in between. So it's either you're selling immediately. The market is at your price. You say this market is around 8,900. Sell now. So you just take a sell now. Or they say buy now. You simply just take a buy now. That is market execution. Now, the other type of order is buy limits. Now, buy limits simply means that the market, the current price, where is the current price? The current price of this market is in the red bar and in the green bar. In the red bar and the blue bar, sorry, not green. The red bar
Mm.
and the blue bar. Can you see those two bars on your screen
Yes,
on the
yes.
price? That's the current price, of the market. So now let's say now you want to buy. When they say buy limits, it means that the market has actually gone above your preferred price.
Okay.
Maybe, let's say you wanted to buy, the market is currently at 0.89399, so the market is already at that point, but maybe you want to buy it at 0.8900. So what do? You set a buy limit at a
Yeah.
price that is below the current price of the market. You set a buy limit, and then when you set a buy limit, your stop loss price must always be below your entry price. So this one, in this case, the stop loss price can be 0.88500, and then
Yeah.
let's say your profits for a buy, of course, will be at a position higher than your price. So let's say for this one, we put a profit of 0.89500 because our entry is
Mm.
0.89, so you put it there, and then you can click on place. If these parameters are wrong, it will not be
Mm.
highlighted. If, for
Oh,
instance, I put 89500, it won't be highlighted because my stop loss is higher than the price, which shouldn't be. My stop loss
mm.
buy limit needs to be lower than the price. These are things that maybe when you later watch the video and put back in your note, and you're
Mm.
taking notes, you can note these things out. So I click place. I click place, and when I look at my pending orders, I see the AUD CAD buy limits at 0.89000. Then I go back to now. If I want to open this order again, I can simply click on this. Okay, this one it does not allow for MT4. I'll go back to quotes, click on new order, and then this time around we want to set a sell limit. We want to set a sell limit. Now, there was a trade idea that we saw earlier on. There was a trade idea that we saw earlier on. Let me stop sharing this for just
Okay.
a bit. So there was a trade idea we saw on Smart Monix. That was earlier on. Let me see if it's still there.
Okay, I'm
Yes.
here.
Okay. Yeah, so this trade idea, 1 minute. Let me uh turn on the yeah. NEPA got nothing on me. All right, so this is a trade idea on Smart Monies. Yes, so this is a trade idea. So
Okay.
I'm going to simply take this trade idea and I'm going to put it on my, yeah, let me see. Mm, let me see where I can allow multiple. Yeah. All right, so I'm going to take this trade idea,
Okay.
and I'm going to take it in my screen, like in my MT4. So let me share my screen. Okay, can you see my MT4?
Yes.
All right, so now the trade idea on Smart Monix is the sell is a sell limit, and the entry price is 0.89439. The invalidation of stop loss is
900.
0.89536. And then we said we are going to go with TP2, 1 to 2 RR, so which is 0.89245. And then I simply click on place. That is my sell limit. Now, the sell limit, the sell limit simply means that when they say sell limit, it means
Mm.
that your price is currently below. If we go to the chart, see, for a sell limit, this is where the price is. A sell limit means that you're targeting a higher price. The market
Okay.
has not gotten to that price yet.
Right.
Yes, so it's expected that when market gets to that price, it will start coming down. So you want it to come, pick your order, and then it starts coming down. So your
Yeah.
stop loss has to be above the entry. So these are very basic concepts, when we are taking, the
Trade.
trades. Then another important one, Smart Monies gives, a lot of sell limit ideas. Our
Mm.
educators give a lot of sell limit ideas, but then we also have sell stop. When you come to market execution, you see
Mm.
buy stop, sell stop. Let's start with buy stop. When you click on buy stop is this. Now, the market is actually buying, and the current price of the market is at 89409. Buy stop means that you are believing that this market has the energy to buy and buy into higher levels. So what you do is that you move ahead of the price. You move in
Okay.
ahead of the price and wait for the price in front. So if I'm taking a buy stop, I'll take a buy stop at, let's say, 89600. You can see that the moment I put a price that is higher than the current price, the market, it showed me place, meaning that it's valid. So I put my price at a price higher than the current market price, and then I put my stop loss, of course, at a price higher than my entry price, 900. Okay. Okay. Oh, no, no, we are buying. So this it will be below 89300. It's my
Mm.
TP that will be above. My TP can be 89900. Yeah. So your stop loss for a buy, whether it's buy limit or buy stop, your stop loss is always, below your entry price, and your
Mm.
profits always above your entry price for a buy. So I put it there and I say, okay, if this market, because I might enter now for a buy and the market will start selling. But I know that maybe based on the analysis, I've looked at the chart and I say that if it hits this price point, it's supposed
Mm.
to start bouncing and it will continue the upward movement. So I go
Okay.
and wait for it in front and I click on place. I click on place. So my buy
Okay.
stop is waiting for me. Now
Okay.
for sell stop, I come to same AUD
Mm.
same AUD, and then
Mm.
click under market execution and I click sell stop. Now for sell stop, the entry price has to be below the current market price. Current market
Mm.
price is 0.89391. So I'll just say, okay, maybe if it sells down, I'll wait for you below. Because I might enter now and then it starts, buying. But I know that based on analysis that if this market comes down to 0.8900, then it means that the sell trend is very strong. So what do? I wait for it at at a price lower than the current market price, and then I put place my price there, and then for my this thing, my SL, of course, will be above. So let me put SL there, and then TP is below. So let me say this is my TP, and I click place. Now, the important thing you need to note here is that for your entry price has to be below the current market price. And of course, your stop loss is above your entry, and your take profit is below your entry. And then you click on place. You click on place. That is it. You have placed a trade. Now, when you've placed a trade, now one of the things that will guarantee that, not guarantee, there's nothing guaranteed within this space, but one of the ways that you can actually manage your trading, very well. When a trade is in profit, right?
Yeah.
I'm going to use an example of a live trade that is currently active. What is this Ethereum USD buy? It has 0.50 and is in profit. So what is the stop loss that you can see there? What's the stop loss? Can you see? I've opened it up. What's the stop loss you can see on the screen?
I should go back.
No, call the stop loss you can see on the screen.
Okay, is 3800.
No, SL, where you have SL, not TP, SL. SL
Okay,
is stop loss.
3470.
Okay. And then
Yeah,
the TP is,
3800.
okay, so what is the entry price? The entry price is directly under where you have ETH USDM.
Is 3586.27.
0.27. What's the current market price?
3673.34.
Okay. Now, when we say when your trade is in profits, one of the ways that you reduce your risk, sometimes an educator might give an instruction and say reduce risk. Reduce risk means that when your trade is already in profits, there should be, on no account should that trade now turn back and hit SL when it was already in profits. So when they say reduce your risk, it simply means that you should safeguard this trade. How do you safeguard this trade? The first way you safeguard the trade is by bringing your stop loss to entry. How do you bring your stop loss to entry? Now, when I long press on this trade, I can modify the trade. Bringing stop loss to entry simply means that I will erase this initial stop loss of 3470, and I'll put the entry price of this trade. What's the entry price again? Look at it under modify order. Buying look at it there.
3678.
No. Look at it well. Look at under where you have modify order hash. Under it, you see buy 0.5 ETH USD at the price. The price is mentioned there. Call out the price for me.
It's not showing because you put calculator there.
I didn't put calculator there. It's above. It's above.
Okay, it's 3677.25. Okay, it's changing again.
No. I'm not saying, madam, pay attention. I'm not saying that price. Can you see
Okay.
where they put modify order?
Yes.
Can you see that there is so can you read what's under it?
I cannot see. It didn't show anything for me here because you are sharing it, so it's not. I'm not seeing the figure.
Can you see it now?
No, I can't see anything.
Can you see where I put modify or where they put modify order?
I know what you are saying, but I cannot see because we are sharing the screen, so it's covering it. I cannot see anything from there.
Wow.
I wish I can explain to you. Like, see now there is a line. The line is just like a green line, but I can't see anything under it. But because the screen is being shared, so I can't really see directly. That's what I'm saying. Unless maybe you reduce it, I will now see. I did not see any figure.
Okay, double click on your own screen. Double click on your own screen so that you can see. Look at the screenshot I just sent to you on WhatsApp so that you know where exactly you're looking. Can you see? Have you checked the screenshot I sent to you now on WhatsApp?
Mhm. Yes.
Can you see that modify order on the
Modify.
screenshot?
Yeah, I saw modify order, and they said the ETH and the number there is 3586.27.
3586.
0.27.
36.27. Now, when they say bring your stop loss to entry, it simply means delete the previous stop loss, carry the entry price, and you put it there, and then you click modify. So when you go to this trade now, what you're seeing as your stop loss, what are you seeing as your stop loss? What are you seeing as this as a stop loss?
3586.
3586.27.
35.27.
Yes, so this simply means that if this market reverses and goes back to entry, you won't lose money, but you won't make money. You won't make
Okay.
money. Yes. So now, okay, so now we have succeeded in reducing our risk, right?
Mm.
Other thing is, maybe you can look at it and just be like, okay, you're already in profit and you want to take out some profit from the market. You can only take out profit from the market when you have more than one lot size, when you have at least a minimum of 0.01, or in the case of Ethereum, minimum of at least you have zero point 0.1. Ethereum on a lot of broker platforms comes as 0.1 is equivalent of 0.01. So in this case, I have 0.5, which is equivalent of 0.05. So it has given me some profits. And the option now you have is you can either close the trade, you long press, and you click close. If you click close, you can decide to close with profits. Yes, double click on your Zoom screen so that you can see the whole display. Yeah, so can you say close with profits?
Yes.
So you can decide to close with profits and you take all the profits. But then you can decide that, look at the TP you put. The TP you put is 3,800. It has not gotten to that TP yet. But you can now say, okay, let me remove like 0.3, 0.2 from the market. Let me take profit on 0.2 lot size. So what do you do? What this close with profits for $7 is for the entire 0.5, which you're seeing in black. Can you see the 0.5 in black at the top?
Yes.
Yes. So now we want to reduce it and take out only 0.2. So there is a minus 0.1. I click it. I click it again. I click it again. So now what I'm seeing, the profit I'm seeing here at the bottom is profit that is correlating to a zero point 0.2 lot size. So I can now decide and click close with profits. Now I have closed that trade with profits, but I still have, this other 0.3 running. So I have put my market at break even. I've put this position at break even, and I can now leave it, for it to hit the TP, or maybe as it's moving upwards, I can be adjusting, my stop loss, forward to trail the profits. Now, what do you mean when they say trail your stop loss? Trail your stop loss simply means that you come to this, like now, modify, we are still at, our stop loss is still at entry. The market is at 3680. Our stop loss is at 3586. We can now, trailing stop loss means that as the market is moving upwards, in the case of a buy, you keep adjusting your stop loss upward. If the market is moving downwards, in case of a sell, you keep adjusting your stop loss downwards. What you're simply doing is that you're securing a bit of the profits on your trade. So this one, I can say this market has moved a bit. Let me move it from 3586 to 3600. I can keep it there. If this trade reverses to 3600, I'm not going to lose entirely. I'll just have
Okay.
some dollars. It kicks you out of the market with some dollars. So as it's go, maybe by the time it gets to 710, I can now decide when it gets to 710, I'm going to move my stop loss to, let's say, 3620. To 3620, I'll move my stop loss, and then I'll click on modify. That way, I'm collecting a bit of the profits, while moving with the market until it gets to my TP. Maybe there's a point it might get to, I'll be like, I'm okay with the profits. I can close the trade, altogether. So that is how we have looked at the different components of this MT4. Is
Mm.
apparently, the similar thing you find on MT5. And
Okay.
yes, it's a similar thing you find on the same how to take trades, the same interface and all on MT5. And then you also see you've also looked at the different ways you can take a trade. You can access it from the quotes, you can access it from the chart, you can access it from the, trading position interface itself. We've also looked at, how to take trades, we look at it. We've looked at the different kinds of orders, the instant execution or market execution. We've also looked at the pending orders, buy limit, sell limit, buy stop, sell stop,
Let's talk.
sell stop. We've looked at, all of that. We've also looked at how to modify a trade. Modify a trade is simply when either you're adjusting your stop loss to entry or probably removing some profits in the market. That's still part of modifying a trade. So we've looked at how to take out some profits from the market. We've also looked at how to trail, your stop loss, to secure some profits, in the market. We've also looked at that as well. So these are the different things we've covered in this class. So at this point, I can just stop here and take your questions.
Oh. So, but what if, I'm sorry, my question is, what if they just said market execution? I should just go straight on.
Yes.
Uh,
Yes.
I should just go straight on. And is it possible that if they say market execution, is there any need that later the person might say you should modify? Is it every time, or
When you do market execution, yeah, it
mm,
means you're entering the market immediately. Now you can
mm,
enter the market immediately, but ensure that you go and modify that trade and include your stop loss and your TP. Very important. Now there's something I want to show you. Assuming I want to take this trade, maybe a trade idea dropped, and I'm like, oh, let me take a new order. I want to take a new order and stuff. And if they say, maybe I want to do market execution, and I go to press, what is wrong with this scenario like this? What is wrong? Look at it very well. What do you think is wrong with this? What do you notice that is different from what we've been doing?
This one, hmm.
Did you notice anything with the lot size?
This one is 3.0,
It's not
0 point,
0.3.
0.3,
0.3.
and this one is very high unless you have big money.
Now, why is it 0.3? Do you want to take a guess?
Maybe because it depends on the price.
It doesn't depend on the price.
Uh,
The last activity that we did was on Ethereum. That was the last modification we did was on Ethereum, and the lot size that was remaining there was 0.3. So automatically it records your last lot size. And
okay, so
that's why
yeah,
I told you that when you
that
come, even if
I
you're
should look at.
even if you're doing market execution, the very first
I
thing
should check my left side.
yes, that you look at is your lot size. So what you do in that instance is
You
first
change
of
it.
all, change your lot size. And once you change your lot size back to 0.01, let's say we want to sell, we can do sell by market. We can do sell by market and have this thing floating. Oh, goodness. So you can have this thing floating. You do sell by market and have it floating. And you can now start to say, oh, maybe let me change at this point, let me adjust. Am I still sharing my screen? Okay, yes.
Yes, yes.
Yeah. So at this point, you can now say, let me adjust. You can come and modify. You can come and modify. As a rule as a personal rule, when I'm taking my trades, I put lot size first, even if I'm doing market execution, lot size first, and then I can now come and do modify. Then my SL comes first, even before TP. So this is a sell. I can put 89800, a price above the entry, and then I can put my profits here, click on modify, and that's it. That's it. So that's how to take trades on MT4, MT5 with the different kinds of orders. Yes. Any more questions?
No, no.
Okay. Is it clearer to you now how to take trades?
Yes. Are you going to send the video to me?
Yes, I'll upload the video on YouTube, and then I'll
Okay.
send you the link to the video.
Okay. Okay. Okay.
All right. So
Okay. Uh,
if you have questions after now, then after watch and practice. Watch and
okay. I'll
practice.
watch it and I'll start right away.
Yes, which
I
I'm
just want you to rest.
go on your smart money scanner and then look at the different sell limits there,
Okay.
practice setting up sell limits with their prices. And then when you set them up on your demo, and then when you
Okay.
set them up, I want you to screenshot and send to me. When you're
Okay.
screenshotting to send to me, this is what
Okay.
the screenshot I want. Look at it.
Oh,
Click on this, click on maybe if you have three of
okay.
them, just click
Okay.
on them so that I can see the entry and
Okay.
and then you can now screenshot that page and send to me.
Okay. I'll do that.
All right.
Okay. Okay,
Okay.
thank you so much. Thank you.
You're
God bless you.
welcome. All right.
Thank
Have
you.
a good day.